Hey guys, I wanted to come to you real quick. It's Saturday morning, and I've been reading a lot of the posts and things online. I do look at your posts when you comment on the group side or anything like that. And for the most part, I'm usually the one that responds back to you. The other guys feedback to me, give me their input, and I'm usually the one that posts it there. But, you know, on my personal page, I have a lot of guys that are pro Second Amendment, and they constantly give input. They send different things in for me to read, and I do try to read every bit of it, guys. But, a few things catch my attention, and one being, the fact of people, and even people I know, people that claim that, yes, I support the Second Amendment. I got a shotgun. It was my grandpa's, and I support the Second Amendment. But why do people need assault rifles? Uh, to me, that's like when I hear somebody saying something like that. I support the Second Amendment, but maybe we should restrict assault weapons and stuff like that. It's kind of like me saying, you know what? I'm a vegetarian because I like lettuce and tomato on my double cheeseburger. You see where this goes? Um, you can't claim to support the Second Amendment fully, and then on the other hand, turn around and say, "Oh, but I believe we should ban all these rifles and stuff like that." It's a people use this all the time, but what part of shall not be infringed do you not understand? There's also the Ninth Amendment, and I've posted on that repeatedly, trying to get folks to see that there's more than just one amendment. Uh, Basically, when you try to go into the Second Amendment, I don't have my Constitution book right here with me, so I can quote it verbatim. But when you try to take the Second Amendment and basically tear it apart, reword it to fit what you want it to mean, uh, you can't do that, folks. You simply can't do that because you're the people that's helping to chip away at everybody's rights, and I can't seem to understand why people would want to really do that. To claim that you're for the Second Amendment and then turn around, in the same breath and say, "But we should restrict. Why does anybody need a 30-round magazine?" Or most of the liberals and gun grabbers call them a clip. That's another conversation. But why would anybody need a 30-round magazine? Well, the same reason you need a 430 horsepower, car. Why do you need 430 horsepower and a car to go from 0 to 60, in 3 seconds? The speed limit's 55 or on the interstate 70. Why do you need anything to go faster than that? Because if you go faster than that, you're breaking the law. That's why I need it. If I want it, it's protected under the Second Amendment. Uh, I personally, you know, I'm really not into the 30-round mags or the 100-round drum magazines. Uh, Mainly because I just don't care for them. But I'm not going to tell somebody else that they shouldn't have it. They talk about guns being used to murder children, but yet they also forget to tell you about the million plus babies last year that were aborted. Murder is murder. It doesn't matter what tool you use, whether it's a gun or abortion instruments that doctors use. It's still murder. Um, Everyone that keeps saying we need more laws, let me explain something to you. A law is words written on a piece of paper. We already have laws. One, uh, you know, you can't murder somebody. Has that stopped anything? I mean, almost every week on the news, you can flip it on to any station, and you hear uh, people being murdered. You're not supposed to drive drunk because that's a law. Flip on your news, and you hear of a drunk driver hitting somebody and killing them. You know what good is a law uh, to anything like that? Because only law-abiding citizens are going to follow those. Now, I know that I can't convince some people of things, but you've got to step back and look at things for what you're saying, because it's like you're saying the Second Amendment should be treated this way, but everything else should be treated another. You cannot pick and choose like that, people. You're destroying your own rights by picking and choosing, and frankly, I just don't get it. I'm sorry, I just don't get it. I don't understand why anyone would feel that more laws are going to stop anything. Um, the policemen that I'm friends with, they're good guys and they do a good job, but they don't stop something like that from happening. They usually are called after the fact. They come in, they make the report, they take pictures, they gather evidence to convict somebody in a trial. Um, I don't know any other way to argue this. The Supreme Court has already ruled that the police are under no affirmative duty or have no affirmative duty to protect you as an individual. Um, I really don't know how to explain that any further. If you don't understand that, maybe you shouldn't be discussing politics and laws to begin with. So, all you people that keep on saying, I support the Second Amendment, like, the vice president, talking about shotguns and stuff. I have yet to have anyone show me where the Second Amendment talks about hunting or sport shooting or anything other than the right to keep and bear arms. And the way that I look at it, it's not actually talking about, you being in a militia. What it's saying, in case something happens, we can call on the people to come and help us. And most people don't get that the fact that if a police officer is in a situation and he needs some help, and he asks you to help him, and you don't, if he's in an official capacity and you don't help him, you can be arrested for it, for not helping. Again, the Second Amendment comes into place if you're called on as a private citizen that you should have the right to keep and bear arms uh, for that very purpose. I hope this helps. I mean, a lot of people are having a hard time with this, and again, I really don't understand it, but I'm going to try to keep this under 10 minutes. So I hope this helps a little bit, and I've got some more stuff coming, so stay tuned, and thank you all for your support for the Guardian group. We really appreciate it. If you hadn't done so yet, go on Facebook and just type in Guardian Group of Alabama. You can like the page, and you can see what we're all doing. I know Clay and Kelly and myself, we all appreciate it, and We hope you enjoy everything we do. Thank you, guys. I'll talk to you again soon.